You got me loose, set me free. You make me win every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner.
So I'm wondering, because I've never had a podcast before, so this is brand new territory for me. So if I had my own podcast, how do you come up with all the content? Like you can't keep talking about the same thing time after time. So how do you keep it creative? How do you keep coming out with new content?
You know, the beautiful part of making sure that you are ever learning, you're ever growing. We hear all the time that leaders are readers. And so a lot of time when you're reading certain books, you're reading blogs, you're reading, scouring through the internet, you may be watching, you're learning in other ways, because we know the media online has really brought to us so much information. And we have places like Clubhouse. We have, of course, as podcasters, most podcasters are podcast listeners. And so you get very, excited about what you're learning, what you're hearing, and it will strike something. A light bulb may go off and you're like, oh, I need to explore this further. And as you're exploring it, the beauty of being a podcaster, the beauty of having your own community that you're fostering, that you're nurturing through the topics that you bring to them, is that you don't necessarily have to be the expert. You could just have an interest like you're doing here, right? You may have an interest in the topic and you bring along somebody else that can bring insight, they can shed light on the topic. You're learning, your audience is learning, and it's a win-win all around.
Ooh, ooh.